School principals play a vital role in promoting professional development for teachers. This report will explore their intricate and multifaceted academic leadership roles, specifically their contributions to teaching and learning. As we emphasize the pivotal role of academic leadership in shaping the quality of education, let's get to know the captain in the office in this report about the importance and different roles of the head of the organization. I am Ria-Flor, a Doctor of Education student for the subject EDMA 607, Comparative Educational Management with Dr. Jasper J. N. Mendoza, Professor. To serve as this report's compass, here are the objectives: to enumerate the school head's roles and responsibilities related to academic aspects, to discuss the different academic roles and responsibilities of a school head, and to share the best practices and challenges in leadership that promote a culture of inquiry, reflection, and continuous improvement in schools. But before we begin, let's answer this. For each statement below, indicate whether it is true or false based on your own understanding of what a school head does. You may use the chat pane to answer. I will appreciate your participation in this activity. According to Republic Act No. 9155, school principals, school administrators, and teachers in charge are collectively known as school heads. True or false? The answer is true. Next. School heads are not involved in any professional development activities for teachers. True or false? The answer is false. Next one. Co-curricular activities complement what students learn in formal curriculum and contribute to holistic development. True or false? The answer is true. Number 4. Clinical supervision is primarily focused on evaluating and rating teachers' performance rather than improving their instructional practices. True or false? The answer is false. Lastly, the school head is responsible for ensuring that standard school events and activities are conducted during the school year according to the official calendar. True or false? And the answer is true. Thank you so much, dear classmates, for participating. According to Arrieta and Ancho 2020, the decision to accept a leadership role will always require reflection and discernment. The power, authority, privileges, and benefits attached to it are quite enticing, but the duties and responsibilities make a person step back and think about it. In this report presentation, let me introduce you to the captain in the office, who is none other than the school head. Who is a school head? Deped Order No. 1 Series of 2003, Republic Act No. 9155, also known as the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, stipulated that the principals, school administrators, and teachers in charge, collectively known as school heads, must exercise instructional leadership and sound administrative management of the school. As a school head, the principal, school administrator, and teacher in charge have a lot on their plate as they fulfill their functions as academic and administrative. In this report, we will deal with the academic aspects of being the head of the organization. These include supervision, guidance, maintenance of standards, institutional evaluation, timetable, subject clubs, and co-curricular activities. According to Glatter 1997, in the educational setting, supervision is a process of facilitating the professional growth of a teacher, primarily by giving the teacher feedback about classroom interactions and helping the teacher make use of that feedback in order to make teaching more effective. In this case, let us meet the principal as a supervisor. There are supervisory roles a school head handles in the school. The first is instructional leadership. School heads are expected to provide instructional leadership, actively engaging in activities such as clinical supervision, promoting action research, and conducting classroom visitations or observations. They offer feedback and guidance to improve teaching practices and enhance student engagement. The most common practical example of this is clinical supervision. where the school head observes a teacher's class, takes notes, and provides constructive feedback on how to improve student engagement during the lesson. S- Clinical supervision is defined as the process that focuses on the improvement of a teacher's classroom instruction through the observation and collection of records of what the teacher and students do in the classroom during the teaching and learning process. Here are the 5 steps of conducting clinical supervision. First is pre-observation conference, when the supervisor and the teacher meet and discuss their plans for the supervision process. Second, observation. A supervisor closely observes how the lesson is delivered in class. In the Department of Education or DepEd, the teacher is evaluated using the prescribed classroom observation tool with indicators aligned with the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers or PPST. Third is analysis and strategy. The supervisor studies the observation data. Number 4, post-observation conference. The supervisor provides feedback about the observation conducted. And lastly, post-conference analysis. Here, the supervisor reviews and analyzes how well the entire clinical supervision cycle went and how the next cycle could be improved. And those are the 5 steps of conducting clinical supervision. Who would be the persons other than the principal who will provide the supervision? We have the school head, or the department heads, the master teachers, and the subject coordinators. Next, under instructional leadership is professional development and support. School heads play a vital role in facilitating professional development opportunities for teachers, organizing workshops, and promoting staff development. They ensure that teachers have the skills and knowledge needed to excel in their roles. In DepEd, teachers follow the Continuing Professional Development CPD or the Act of 2016, RA 10912, which it served as the mechanism that promotes continuous improvement among teachers, enhances the quality of education, and fosters a culture of lifelong learning. It also serves as a means to uphold the standards of professionalism and competence among educators, ultimately benefiting both teachers and students. Practical examples of professional development and support would be organizing workshops. The school head organizes a workshop for teachers to enhance their understanding of inquiry-based teaching method. We also have staff development. The school head mentors teachers in providing guidance on lesson, planning, classroom management, and effective teaching strategies. Next in line under instructional leadership is number 3, curriculum development and management. School heads collaborate in curriculum development, aligning it with national standards and continually improving it to meet students' needs. They evaluate and improve instructional practices to enhance the overall quality of education. Practical examples for curriculum development and management would be curriculum alignment. The school head collaborates with the curriculum committee to update the history curriculum to align with the latest educational standards. We also have quality improvement. The school head analyzes standardized test results and identifies areas where additional teachers needed training in order to enhance the student performance. After discussing the role of a school head in supervision, let's proceed with the role of the principal as a guidance advocate. Guidance play a vital role in assisting an individual in making his own decision and seeks to help him become more familiar with facts about himself or herself, interests, abilities, previous development, and plans in life. The guidance office offers the following services. We have student orientation services, counseling services, career guidance services, and other services that the guidance office can provide to both the teachers and the students. Number 1 is student orientation services. It familiarizes all students in terms of the DepEd's vision, mission, and core values, policies, rules and regulation, academic policies, and the teaching and non-teaching personnel. The guidance office also handles seminars on the prevention of drugs and terrorism and topics related to gender and development, such as violence against women and children. Number 2, counseling services. They attend to the different concerns referred To the guidance office by the students, teachers, and parents. The purpose of this basic service is to help the students identify the root cause of the problem and facilitate in identifying possible interventions that will help them cope with their problems and concerns. Third is career guidance services, where they discuss the senior high school tracks and interpret the National Career Assessment Examination or NCAE results of grade 10 and grade 12 learners. In terms of other services, the Guidance Office assists the administration in submitting various reports to Learner Information System or LIS, BEIS, School Forms 2, 4, 5, and 7, Annex A TRRM Form, Annex A Learning and Development Participants Profile, Child Protection Policy, Career Guidance Program, and module reports, school year-end report, performance indicators, and even school-based management reports such as the learners with disabilities or LWDs, which are considered a confidential file. The third role is the principal as the upholder of standards, where standards ensure that the programs, projects, and activities are tailor-made for the DepEd's vision, mission, and core values. The DepEd vision states that as a learner-centered public institution, DepEd continuously improves itself to better its stakeholders. The Philippine government has consistently pursued teacher quality reforms through several initiatives. One of the initiatives is DepEd Order No. 42 Series of 2017, or the National Adoption and Implementation of the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, where DepEd recognizes the importance of professional standards in the continuing professional development or CPD and advancement of teachers based on the principle of lifelong learning. Quality learning is dependent upon quality teaching. Hence, enhancing teacher quality becomes one of utmost value for long-term and sustainable nation building. PPST is composed of 7 domains. Domain 1 is Content, Knowledge, and Pedagogy, which focuses on the teacher's expertise in the subject matter they are teaching. It assesses the teacher's grasp of the subject matter and their skill in conveying it to learners. Domain 2 is Learning Environment, which pertains to the classroom atmosphere and the teacher's ability to create a positive and conducive learning environment. It involves factors like classroom management, student engagement, and fostering a safe and respectful space for learning. Domain 3 is Diversity of Learners, which centers on recognizing and addressing the diverse needs and backgrounds of students. These include strategies for accommodating different learning styles, cultural sensitivities, and individual student requirements to ensure equitable learning opportunities. Number 4 is Curriculum and Planning. It deals with the teacher's capacity to develop effective curriculum and instructional plans. It encompasses setting educational objectives, designing lessons, and aligning curriculum with educational standards. Number 5 is Assessment and Reporting. It focuses on the teacher's ability to assess students' learning and provide accurate and timely feedback. It covers various forms of assessment such as tests, projects, assignments, and the ability to communicate student progress effectively. Number 6 is Community Linkages and Professional Engagement. This involves the teacher's involvement with the broader educational community and their commitment to professional development. It includes collaborating with parents, colleagues, and community organizations, as well as staying up to date with educational trends and research. Lastly is Domain 7, which is Personal Growth and Professional Development. This domain revolves around teachers' dedication to their own growth and development as an educator. It encompasses activities such as continuing education, reflective practice, and seeking opportunities to improve teaching skills and knowledge. These domains are also reflected as indicators in the classroom observation tool. Moreover, school heads should be aware about the curricular standards and the changes that may occur in it. Here we have the Curriculum Guide, which is a comprehensive document that provides an organized and structured plan for the design and implementation of the educational curriculum. Meanwhile, the DepEd Most Essential Learning Competencies or MELCs are learning competencies that were rephrased and deemed most essential in the achievement of the content and performance. Standards are non-negotiable, even in the curriculum guide and most essential learning competencies, which can be subtasked or unpacked the learning competencies, but we cannot edit, change, or delete the content and performance standards. The content and performance standards of other regions must be the same as the content and performance standards of our region. The next role to be discussed is the principal as the coordinator of institutional evaluation. Evaluation or evaluating schools is important to check whether the school is making an impact and sharing the achievement of the vision and mission of DepEd. One institutional evaluation conducted on schools is the evaluation of school-based management or SBM. According to DepEd Order Number 45 Series of 2015, school-based management SBM is a DepEd trust that decentralizes the decision-making from the central office and field offices to individual schools to enable them to better respond to their specific education needs. Moreover, to further strengthen decentralization efforts at the school level and in line with the Republic Act No. 9155, DepEd shall continue providing school-based management grants as additional funds to public elementary and secondary schools, which shall be used to augment the school fund on maintenance and other operating expenses or MOOE. SBM grant is a support mechanism that aims to improve the following: learner participation, school attendance, completion rates, and student learning outcomes. However, the Department of Education issues DepEd Memorandum No. 75 Series of 2022 or the Moratorium on the Conduct of Division and Regional School-Based Management Validation Activities. This moratorium is issued to prepare and assist field offices and schools in their gradual transition from DepEd Order No. 83 Series of 2012 or the implementing guidelines on the revised SBM framework assessment process and tool to the new SBM policy. During the moratorium period, field offices will focus on providing practice-based technical assistance to schools to help them improve their practices and processes. The moratorium is also an opportunity for DepEd to develop a new SBM policy that is more responsive to the needs of schools and field offices. Once the new policy is issued, the moratorium will be lifted and field offices will resume conducting SBM validation activities. However, the new policy is expected to be more streamlined and efficient, with a focus on supporting schools in their continuous improvement efforts. Meanwhile, schools shall undergo self-assessment during the existing SBM tool with the purpose of identifying areas for improvement in the following dimension. We have leadership, governance and accountability, human resources and team development, finance and resource management and mobilization, curriculum and instructions, and lastly, learning environment. Description of SBM levels of practice, we have Level 1 or developing structures and mechanisms with acceptable level and extent of community participation and impact on learning outcomes. Level 2, maturing, introducing and sustaining a continuous improvement that integrates wider community participation and improves significantly performance and learning outcomes. Level 3, which is the highest, also called advanced, ensuring the production of intended outcomes or outputs and meeting all standards of a system fully integrated in the local community and is self-renewing. At this point, let's discuss the principal as the overseer of the timetable. Every year, the Department of Education plan, prepare, and issues the calendar of activities to ensure that the number of class days required for curriculum operations and school-related activities are complied with the standard school events and celebrations or observations are being conducted during the school year to ensure quality, teaching, and holistic learning. For this school year, DepEd announces the official school calendar for 2023-2024 through Department Order No. 22 Series of 2023 or the implementing guidelines on the school activities calendar and activities for school year 2023-2024. It is a policy document that provides guidance to schools on the planning and implementation of the school calendar and activities. The policy states that the school calendar shall consist of not more than 220 class days inclusive of the year, end of the school year or EOSY rights. The school year shall formally open on Tuesday, August 29, and will end on Friday, June 14, 2024. Other than the previously mentioned provisions, here are the other ones. The school year shall holidays and school breaks shall be observed in accordance with the official calendar of the Philippine government. Schools shall conduct assessment and evaluation activities to measure student learning and progress. So here are the quarter tests. Schools shall provide professional development opportunities for teachers and other staff. Here we have the LAC sessions or learning action cells and in-service trainings or INSET. Schools may conduct school-based activities that are in line with their educational goals. Here, let's go over the principal as the consultant of subject clubs and student organization. DepEd Order Number 49 Series of 2011 or the Supreme Student Government/Supreme Pupil Government Order is a policy document that provides the framework for the implementation of the SSG-SPG in public schools in the country. The order states that the SSG or SPG is the foremost co-curricular student organization authorized to operate and implement pertinent programs, projects, and activities in schools nationwide. The school head plays an important role in the implementation of the SSG-SPG by serving as the consultant, by approving the SSG-SPG's budget, providing guidance and support, monitoring the performance and providing feedback, and ensuring that the SSG-SPG is operating in accordance with the Department Order Number 49 Series of 2011. This means that the school head is responsible for providing the SSG-SPG with the necessary support and resources to achieve its goals and to make a positive impact on the school community. Last hat the principal wears is as a coach of co-curricular activities. The K-12 curriculum is designed to holistically develop learners. DepEd recognizes the value of co-curricular activities as a way to achieve this goal. Co-curricular activities provide learners with the opportunity to develop their conceptual understanding, apply their knowledge to authentic situations, and reflect on their experiences. This process helps learners to master the target competencies of the curriculum. Co-curricular activities can provide learners with a number of benefits, including opportunities to develop their skills and talents, to learn new things, to meet new people and make friends, to develop their leadership skills, and to give back to the community. DepEd encourages all learners to participate in co-curricular activities. It can help learners to develop into well-rounded individuals who are prepared for success in life. Here are some examples of co-curricular activities that learners may participate in. We have athletics, arts and culture, clubs and organization, leadership programs, service learning projects, and other special events. The school head plays a critical role in supporting and promoting co-curricular activities by providing the necessary resources and facilities, encouraging and motivating students to participate, supporting teachers and staff, monitoring and evaluating the effectiveness of these activities, and celebrating the achievements of students and teachers involved in co-curricular activities. The school head is also responsible for ensuring that co-curricular activities are aligned with the school's mission and vision, and that they are conducted in a safe and supporting environment. In a nutshell, the captain in the office is more than the position or rank written below his or her name. Their multifaceted roles and responsibilities as school heads in the realm of academic leadership are both a challenge and a privilege. School heads are not merely administrators, they are instructional leaders who play pivotal roles in the facilitating of professional growth, promoting cultural sensitivity, promoting curriculum excellence, upholding standards, and fostering holistic development through co-curricular activities. Their influence extends beyond the administrative office, reaching classrooms, guidance services, and even institutional evaluations. By embracing these diverse responsibilities and leveraging academic leadership, school heads contribute significantly to the enhancement of educational quality and the school's development. As this report ends, let's be familiar with the varied academic roles of heads of organizations as they embrace these diverse responsibilities such as supervision, guidance, maintenance of standards, institutional evaluation, timetable, subject clubs, co-curricular activities, and leverage academic leadership. They contribute significantly to the enhancement of educational quality and the development of both educators and learners. To make this report more engaging, here are the comprehension questions. Number 1, how can school heads effectively promote teacher excellence? Number 2, among the academic roles of school heads discussed, which do you think needed improvement or more focus? As I end this presentation, let me leave you a quote from J.K. Rowling taken from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. I am Ria-Flor V. Valdos, a Doctor of Education student for the subject EDMA 607, Comparative Educational Management with Dr. Jasper J. N. Mendoza. Thank you for sailing with me and for getting to know the captain in the office.